Aw, Minecraft Ultra Hardcore, how I've missed you. I know what you're thinking, Jay Blader, you can't come out of nowhere after not uploading for months and make a video. Well, that's where you're wrong. I've been seeing these 100-day challenges videos popping off recently, and I want to quit my day job, so here we go. 100 days of Ultra Hardcore. If you're not familiar, Ultra Hardcore is like hardcore Minecraft, except there's no regeneration of hearts. Let's make a new world, and let's get going. On day 1, I know my goal is to get a bed right off the bat. I want to sleep through the nights as much as I can to avoid the bad guys. And also, I want to get golden apples. Golden apples are of course going to be the easiest way to regenerate my health early on. And I'm going to go through a lot of them. So, let's find some. Of course, that starts with just collecting apples. So we got to cut down some oak trees. Here we go on day 1. It's basic Minecrafting and I'm wearing nothing but my Teddy Fresh hoodie. I'm exploring the world. It's a laggy one though as the terrain generates around me. I see a village in a nice plains biome. I start punching some trees and making some tools, collecting some coal. I decided to head over to the nearby village. Villages are great for early loot, and sure enough I found some leather armor, stole their beds and hay bales. This will come in handy later. And I eventually found some iron armor, which is an insane start. I also decided to steal some of their crops because why not? I go into a cave near the village to collect some more stone and tools, and decided to sleep my troubles away for night 1. I'm up bright and early in day 2, and I start by collecting some copper at the entrance to the cave I found. Copper at this point is pretty pointless, but smelting it does give experience. And it's a great building block. I'd like to do some cool building this series. I head out of the cave and head over to a small farming plot I started yesterday near a river. I wanted to set up here initially, so I put down a few chests and threw all my stuff inside. Then it was time to raid a second village that was right next to the plains biome. I stole more of the villagers' things. But all my brave fans slowly walked into a cave before realizing I was one step from dying at some points, and decided to play it safe for a while. There was a whole patch of pumpkins ready to be harvested, so I grabbed those. I stole a bed and some more wheat from the villagers. I assure you, they don't mind. And this bell, it's coming with me. This village even had an iron golem, which thankfully didn't aggrave at my tomfoolery. I saw a sugar cane pretty near a cool looking alcove and decided to grab some while I had the chance. This would be great for enchanting later. I found a forest and cut down some trees to try to get a few apples, and before I knew it, I had a small bushel of apples on the works. It was getting dark though, so I decided to call it a day. In day 3, I continued to cut down trees and pick up some of the glorious apples. Oh, the fruit of life. I collected some flowers and explored a bit. Even taking a risky jump down this hill to explore the flower forest beyond it. The terrain was really cool around here. And look, another village to pillage. I found some turtles, made a boat, and went over to the village by the ocean. I felt remorse for my thievery of the last villages. Oh, who am I kidding? I took everything my pockets could hold. I was looking for bookshelves, and they didn't have any. I guess they couldn't read. I collected a little bit of sand for glass later on. There was also this partially buried shipwreck that was kind of a bust. Nothing great, but still worth checking out, since it was safe. There weren't any drowns, and they can have some good loot in them sometimes. I grabbed some more sugarcane and collected some kelp. I almost never have kelp when I need it, and it comes in handy here or there. I killed a few cows for food and leather and went to sleep. In day 4, I ran around and killed some more cows and explored a bit. Ooh, look, a cool ravine. I hope I don't die. And I found this cool spot on the other side of the plains biome to set up. It was a little more flat than the other area I picked, and close enough to a village that I could still grab villagers eventually, so I circled back around to the trees I cut down earlier and started moving my stuff to the new spot. I grabbed all the items my pockets could hold, and marked the new spot with some hay bales. Yeah, I know it's not pretty, just go with me here. And I placed some chests and threw my stuff inside. I went back to get the other stuff before everything could despawn before sleeping again. I'm not playing around with these hostile mobs. In day 5, I started clearing out this field to make it more homely, getting a ton of seeds in the process. I planted some oak trees so I could get some more apples and started mining down. By alternating blocks while I was going down, I was confident that I wouldn't fall into a ravine or something beneath me. I went down until I saw a small opening and decided that I would not tackle that until I got more armor, so I went back up and ran over to that open ravine I found earlier. There were surface coal and iron here, 2 things I needed to grab, so I got that, and I ran around and lit up a ton of the area too, even braving down into some of the caves. I was using the subtitles here to let me know which areas I could and couldn't go on based on the sounds. No hostile mob sounds meant this area was pretty safe. I continued into the cave very cautiously, collecting more coal and iron. I left the cave when it got dark and ran back to the village, catching this iron golem wailing on some zombies in the process. I used a villager bed to pass the night. On to day 6, I went back to the ravine I was mining in yesterday with a few new picks. I farmed some materials: dirt, iron, copper, coal, and stone. I almost died falling in this lava, and then I realized it was getting dark outside, so I blocked myself off and set up some furnaces to smelt my raw goods. In day 7, I was still in the ravine and carefully hopped down this water, realizing after that it was likely a one-way trip. Luckily, there was only a zombie down here, not any skeletons to shoot me out of the water stream. But there was gold there, and I really wanted it. I took note of where all the gold was, so I could come back and get it later. I made a bucket and picked up some lava for the achievement. It might be a useful weapon at some point, or worst case scenario, I use it as fuel later. I ran back to the base and used the dirt I mined yesterday to expand my plot a little. I made a hoe and started a humble farm. It wasn't much, but it's honest work. In day 8, I expanded the farm and planted it, and found an apple. I started lighting up the surrounding area. Gotta make this area at least a little bit safe, and I spent the rest of the day placing torches and clearing the grass. In day 9, I finally made a shield, because it was time to at least act like I was brave. I planted some sugarcane and prepared to go back to the opening I found while digging down earlier. I had been hearing mobs for a while, and now I knew from where. I found a spawner. Sadly, it came with skeletons, and they were freaking brutal. They shot a zombie into me, and then they kept chasing me, doing some solid damage. Luckily, they targeted themselves here at the end, and I was able to clean it up. The spawner was a zombie spawner, but at least I got a saddle, and I went up to smelt my raw goods and lick my wounds. In day 10, I needed golden apples, and I needed them pretty bad. The fastest way to do this, which was also the most dangerous way, was to head to the nether and mine for golden nuggets. So I went back to the lava pool I found yesterday and created a cheaty portal. I'm not a speedrunner though, so this took me a little bit. The nether spawn was bad, probably the most worst thing possible. It was a crimson forest, super dangerous. So I started by making it a little safer. I cleared a little space and made a room in case a hoglin found me. A hoglin could basically two-shot me, and I didn't want to, finish the run this early. Oh look, some gold nuggets! In day 11, I was still in the nether and used some netherrack to carefully pillar across the lava lake to the nether wasteland. A little bit of safer area to mine. I mined some more gold and collected some other resources while I was there. I didn't hesitate to make my first gold apple and get a few hearts back. I put on a gold helmet before I went in the nether, just so piglins would leave me alone. Still, if they saw me mine gold, they would aggro to me. I saw a strider baby riding another strider, which I thought was funny. I kept mining for quartz, for XP, and the gold, and ended up with 2 more golden apples. I decided to eat one to get back to full health. Once I got fortune, this would be a great way to get gold. Then this one piglin caught me off guard while I was mining gold. It scared me a bit, but the bonus hearts helped. Sadly, the next piglin hit me like a truck, and I had to eat an extra apple. I mined enough gold for 3 more apples and decided to call it a day. Day 12, I'm finally out of the nether. So I do a bit of farming and use the new quartz I mined to start an animal pen. Why use fences when I could use glass? I wanted to go with a modern theme for this video anyway. I used some glass to finish it off and got scared of the mobs staring at me, so I decided to call it a day. Day 13, I created another animal pen, this one a little bit smaller. Wheat makes it easy to lure some sheep into the pen. I farmed some, and as the sun went down, I decided to go back to my mine shaft and keep mining down to diamond level. I stopped when I ran into an amethyst geode and used the rest of the day to mine the calcite and the other blocks for building. Day 14, I found a nice wandering trader and went back to mining out the geode for a little bit. These blocks are only really good for decoration, but I wanted some options. Day 15, I started doing some farm maintenance and going back to mining down to diamond level. Yeah, this probably could have been done on day 1 or 2. I made a hole that led right down to this large cave, and using a water bucket, I took a peek around. That's a big nope for me. I didn't realize how easy I should have died here. If one skeleton shot me out of the water, I'm stuck in there. But I got lucky. I went and grabbed a bucket of lava to try to burn the mobs and light up the cave, thinking this would give me some loot I saw there. I placed water a few blocks over and went down for a peek, and then, well, it all went bad. I was really scared. There was like 20 mobs in here, and I was running around in circles for a minute before I found a safe spot that I could spiral my way out. I ate an apple and spiraled up to the surface where I went to sleep because that was enough crazy for one day. Day 16, I took a break from the danger of yesterday and cut down some trees to get more apples and get some more wood. The flower forest around here is really cool looking. I then went back to claim that mob cave as my own. I mined around to the side this time, and most of the mobs had despawned, so I lit it up, killing a few remaining mobs, and mined that glorious gold. In day 17, I made another animal pen, this time for cows. Since I got chicken and sheep already, and I needed leather for food, it was time to farm some cows. I moved around some dirt to make this happen. I ran out of quartz, so I had to use wool. Yeah, this bothers me too. As the sun went down, I lured some cows into their new home. Day 18, I did some farming. Then went down to the strip mine to find some diamonds, and sure enough, almost right off the bat I found 7, which is perfect for a pickaxe, a sword, and an enchanting table. Getting fortune early was definitely important, so getting this enchanting table set up was the next hot priority. Day 19, I set up a few bookshelves, and went and got some obsidian for the enchanting table. I only needed 1 block since I found some in the village earlier. I harvested my sugarcane for paper, and then went exploring a bit, trying to find some more cows for some fast leather. This plains biome is huge and expands over a few different islands, probably for about 1,000 blocks in every direction. Day 20, I found a new village about 700 blocks away, and guess what? They were literate, because they had plenty of bookshelves, so I stole them, along with some apples and some emeralds. I then explored around a bit, trying to find my way back to my humble base. I finished my enchanting table setup, and then made the table itself. I enchanted 2 picks, and got fortune on an iron one, which was going to be helpful, and I spent the night strip mining. I focused on collecting blocks because I wanted to start building a base soon. Day 21, I returned from the mine to start building my house. I played around with the palette for a while, trying to mimic a picture I found of an actual modern house online. This thing would be huge, and once it's done, safe as well. I worked on that for the remainder of the day until I ran out of oak, wood, and tough. Building like this, where you can't take fall damage, is actually extremely difficult and time consuming. I had to use a water bucket to break my fall, so building was a bit slower than I was used to. Day 22. I was tired of having no health, so I needed to mine for more gold, and get more material for the house, so back to the mines I went. My goal is to defeat the Ender Dragon, but doing safe things like building was just too much fun. It's kind of relaxing, so I worked on the house some more. The next day I continued working on the house, building some walls to keep out the bad guys. I also lit up more land. During the night, I smelted some stone and started replacing some of the floor, and it was starting to feel more like a home already. Day 24, I was out of coal, so I went and mined coal. That's basically it. Day 25, I enchanted another pick, but it was bad. Not having the best of luck enchanting so far, which makes progression slow. In day 25, I collected more tuff and strip mined all day, and found some more diamonds. In day 26, it was back to the sunlight, where I could work on the walls of the house. Day 27 was another day of building and clearing out areas for the wall. Progress is slow since I can't take fall damage. Day 28, I was determined to make some progress and get some apples. I got some obsidian from the lava pool I set up in a portal at the far end of the house. I thought this would sync up to the other one, which was safe, but that was not the case. I went through and saw a ghast who shot at me, kind of breaking the portal. It made the animation and the sound, but it didn't actually break the portal. I went back through and grabbed some blocks and decided to try again. This time I made a little safe house on the other side of the portal. I said hi to the Striders again and took some stupid fall damage because I wasn't paying attention. Day 29, I was feeling pretty good about my new health, and I wanted gold. But this Hoglin absolutely wrecked me, and I have no excuse. I just played it super badly and lost half of my HP bar for it. The good news is I spent the next 15 minutes grabbing as much gold as I could hold, making apples, and then doing some enchanting with all the levels I got. I was able to combine my 2 bad picks for a good one on day 30, finally fortune 3, but it took all my levels, so I started building a zombie grinder with that spawner I found earlier. I used deep slate to try to make it look like it was infected and ended up with this cool patchy type of pattern. I made a little room off to the side to store items and to drop the zombies off to kills. I set up a little bit of storage and even felt brave enough to take on this Enderman in the safety of my home. Day 31, I added a nice stairway down, which just happened to lead right into my house. I didn't plan on that, but it worked out great. I grabbed some amethyst and made some tinted glass for this thing. I forget it's in the game sometimes. I also made a water elevator, which involved needing a soul sand block, so I had to get that. Day 32, I finished up the water stream and elevator, and I had to make it come out of the ground a bit. I'll turn this into something cool if I stay, alive long enough to do that. I finished the stream up the best I could and tested it out. With water at the bottom, of course. I didn't spend the time to make this a one-punch kill, which would have been ideal, but I didn't mind using a stone sword. They're essentially free at this point. Sadly, this still wasn't a super efficient way to get levels, but it was foolproof and it was safe. I slept through the night to avoid the phantoms. Day 33, I went into the nether to get more experience and some more gold.
This was the most lucrative way at the moment to kill 2 birds with 1 stone. And day 34, I ran around lost in the nether. That's basically it. Day 35, I managed to find my way back home and do some enchanting. Again, not the best enchants, but it was a good start. And then I spent the rest of the day collecting flowers and wood. Day 36, a big jump scare by this random pillager patrol. Luckily, these guys are stupid, and they shoot their friends, so I just used a few blocks and a shield to take them out. Back to cutting down trees. Give me those sweet, sweet apples. I expanded my storage a bit, harvested my crops, and spent the rest of the night farming zombies for XP. Day 37, I had a lot of scary stuff to do, and working on the house seemed like a safe option. And I wanted some shelter, so in day 37, I mined tough to work on the house. Day 38, I enchanted a shovel to clear up the floor and to put in a real floor. This place is starting to feel more like a home. Day 39, more tough mining and more floor replacing. On day 40, I got some landscaping and added some details to the front of the house. I'm running out of storage, so I knew it was time to make a bigger storage area. So in day 41, I started building the new room with a storage area. This involved wool, so shearing sheep was definitely necessary. Day 42, I knew it was time to focus on the endgame here. I needed ender pearls, more levels, better enchantment. Villagers checked all those boxes, so I started setting up a villager breeder. Nothing crazy, just something that would produce some villagers that I can shove into stalls and make them trade with me forever. I made a little waterway to move the villagers into the other room. It doesn't have to look great, just needs to be functional. And having villagers near storage is probably a good idea. Day 43, I collected some sand and sheared some sheep. I need wool for the room I'm working on. The way I'm doing this is probably pretty inefficient, but it works and it's safe. Day 44, the next day, is spent cutting some trees. I need more birch for the floor. Also, I moved the nether portal and the enchanting setup, and placed more wool walls. This little tube here is where the villagers will come up. Oh yeah, it's all come together. Day 45 was more sheep shearing and more animal breeding, and I start moving over some of the items. Day 46, I moved over more items, and killed cows for item frames, and started filling the villager breeder with villagers. I needed 3 to really get it started, so I moved the one that I trapped outside the house earlier and repaired my pick and called it a night. Day 47, I ran to the nearby village and boated over a villager. Wait, make that 2. At night, I did some landscaping and moved over more items. Item management took up the majority of the night. Hey look, my first baby villager. Let's go. Day 48 was more item management. Finally move over the items and organize them. Then I realized I had a few villagers in this tube, so I altered it a bit and started putting them into the stall. I would probably need to expand this later, but it was a good start for now. And these little boogers kept trying to take my bed. They're really annoying. Next day I did a little bit of exploring. I was feeling cramped up from working in the house so long, but look at this place from a distance. Man, it's looking good. I then did some trading with the first villager I got. I grabbed a brewing stand I stole from a village, and I got What a Deal achievement. I wanted to level this guy up so I could get ender pearls. Not only would it be great for the endgame, but they're good if you're ever caught in a tough situation. I traded with the new farmer too, getting some good XP to enchant with, and I did a little strip mining to call it a night. Day 50, the halfway mark. I mined more tough and started working on the ceilings of the room. That night, I also did more trading with the farmer and started accumulating some emeralds and some XP. In day 51, I killed a ton of zombies that were tracking the villagers at night. And I had leveled up the farmer until they had suspicious stews, which I remembered had a very low chance of giving me the regeneration effect, so I tried all the farmers out, but no luck. This day was mostly moving villagers around and resetting trades. I collected crops and sugarcane to trade with. Day 52, the next day I sheared some sheep for carpet. Man, it's starting to all come together. I also spent some time building pumpkin and melon farms. They're great for trading for emeralds. Then I spent a lot of the time resetting the workstation to get good trades. I managed to get mending for 12 emeralds. It wasn't super needed at this point in the game, but hey, it's great for the long haul. I did some landscaping to finish off the day. The next day I grabbed some leaves and worked on the upstairs of the buildings until I ran out of material again. And then I did some more farming and sheep shearing. Day 54, more trading, which leads to more enchanting. Enough stalling finding another fortress, it was time to cover some ground, so I started mining through the netherrack. I did this for a while, and progress was slow because I had to be careful not to mine into lava. Eventually I found a fortress and started heading that way. Day 55, I kept heading towards the fortress. I found a good supply of apples, so I didn't feel too scared. I went into the fortress, making sure to grab the nether wart for brewing. Regeneration potions were going to be my best way to get back hearts later in the game. I watched carefully for wither skeletons and blazes. My inventory was getting full of gold and nether quartz, and I found some diamond horse armor. Finally, I found a blaze, eating an apple just to be careful. I grabbed the single blaze rod, got the Into Fire achievement, and took my full inventory back home. Also got the Return to Cinder achievement on the way back, which is a bonus. Back at the house, I decided to do a little brewing and enchanting. After the work back at the house, it was back to the fortress. I got really close to this gas, killing a few wither skeletons, and got another blaze rod. Day 56, after collecting more resources at the fortress, I ran back to the base and crafted up some potions, including the sweet regeneration potion. Then I unwind a bit by doing some path work in front of the house. I tried mimicking a driveway and a sidewalk. Day 57 was back to the nether. I decided to mine in a different direction with the goal of finding a bigger fortress. I ran into some piglins and decided to use some gold I had to collect to barter. I had never experimented much with the, piglin bartering feature, but I figured there was some good loot I could get. And now with a few regen potions for golden apples, it wasn't as much needed. I killed a big slime to get some magma cream for fire resistance potions, which I found I could also get from piglins. I went home and cleared out my inventory and farmed, and it was back into the nether. Day 58, I ran back to the fortress I found earlier. This time, I found a blaze spawner, which is exactly what I was looking for. I quickly tried to disable it. It took some time because they kept spawning, but eventually I disabled the spawner by placing blocks all around it and started clearing out some of the area. I cleared out the area around it, and under it, and on top of it, to make a super fast grinder. It's not efficient by any means, but it's a safe way to get more blaze rods and levels. I even got a wither skeleton skull when I killed this wither skeleton, without looting, which was a super rare drop. Blazes are also much easier to deal with when you have a shield. I explored the fortress for the rest of the night. Day 59, I ran back home, and I did some enchanting, some brewing, some farming, some trading, more enchanting, and combining all the items that I had in the anvil. And then back to the nether, where I bartered with some more piglins. Nothing to write home about was gained in the bartering, but it was worth a shot. I made a ton of Eyes of Enders, ready to find that stronghold now. Day 60, and it was time to find the stronghold. I threw my first Eye of Ender and followed the path about 1200 blocks away, until it started to go down. So I mined down a bit. It did lead me to a stronghold where I found a library, and then I wandered around lost for a while. Eventually, I found the portal room, where I instantly broke the silverfish spawner, blocked up the lava for safety, and set up another portal so I could get back home. I'm not quite ready to take on the Ender Dragon yet, but for day 60, I felt like I was making some decent progress. Day 61, I ran around lost in the nether with a full inventory, despite looking for my home portal, and eventually I found it. And day 62 was a maintenance day, more trading and farming, and item organization. All the villager stalls were beginning to fill up, and I was getting some decent enchantments stored up. It was taking a lot of time to cycle through the villagers and get enchantments. I cut out a lot of this, it's not very fun to watch, but necessary for getting the best gear possible before taking on the dragon. Day 63, here's a look at all the villagers that I've got so far. So, collecting them, filling them up, getting a variety is really important. And then, I mined some more tuff. Day 64, I worked on the upstairs of the house, which involved collecting more material like oak and glass. I placed a ton of blocks and lit everything up so nothing could spawn. In day 65, my video was corrupted, but I just placed some flooring and collected some more sand. Nothing crazy. In day 66, I needed more birch so I could connect the first floor to the second floor. The second floor gave me a ton of great space to work with. The great thing I could do now was to ramp up the villager trading efforts, which would involve a little bit more of a villager trading hall so that I could start working on turning them into zombies and then back into villagers, making their trades cheaper. This stuff really wasn't necessary for defeating the dragon, but it was a great way to get XP and gear, and it would make the dragon fight a little bit safer. Day 67, I was working on some detail of the house, like putting up this quartz and working on the roof some. In day 68, I spent the day doing some small chores and villager trading. I managed to get a feather falling villager and put that on my boots. I fall a lot, so this will be great. I also covered up this little stairwell that goes to the zombie farm, and also decorated the stairway down a bit. I know it's just cobblestone, but I think it actually works pretty well here. Day 69 was back to villager trading. I labeled most of these guys I had already and swapped out the workstations for a bit to get a few more librarians to keep. Then I expanded the sheep pen and bred them to get the numbers up. I needed the wool for the decoration for the house, and it was almost done, so just needed the finishing touches. Then I worked on the roof for a bit. Day 70, sugarcane farming and sheep farming. More villager trading, and then a little bit of landscaping. I needed even more sheep because this carpet is really useful, and this is the fastest way to get it right now. Day 71, I went into the nether to try to connect my portal and tunnel system up to a stronghold. I wanted to be able to go back there pretty fast, so I mined in that direction before realizing that I didn't actually take the coordinates of where the stronghold portal was. So I turned around and decided to try finding it again in the overworld to get the cords. I didn't grab the cords last time there, so yeah, this is the easiest way to do it. In day 72, I started running towards the stronghold again, this time in the overworld. After running for about 15 minutes, I found the stronghold, and then around in the stronghold, I was basically lost for the most of day 72. In day 73, I was still mostly lost in the stronghold looking for the portal room, just like last time. Eventually, I found an old clip of me going and finding the portal room, so I managed to retrace my steps, but that was all of day 73. In day 74, I wrote the cords down, went back home, farmed some obsidian for a portal, and built the portal there in the nether. Remember, 1 block in the nether is 8 blocks in the overworld, so this would be a quick way to get back and forth. Hey, they even sync up. I know this took me basically 4 days to do, but it'll save me a lot of time in the future. Day 75, we're 3/4 of the way done. So I did a little bit of farming in the nether, and a little bit of decorating outside of the house. Day 76, I mined more tuff to finish the roof of the house, minus the quartz. I'm going to use this area to spawn some mobs for now. I'm going to need that zombie to convert the villagers into zombie villagers. In day 77, I expanded the villager tube up to the 2nd floor. You can see here that it did go on the outside a bit, but I think it looks okay with the modern aesthetic. I also finally finished this hallway. Then I did some landscaping in the back. Once I get a beacon, I'll be able to do this up nicely. Do some landscaping, add a pool, all that good stuff. I finished the day with some farming and villager trading, trying to get a perfect diamond gear set before taking on the dragon. Day 78, I did some more villager trading until I ran out of levels. And then I went upstairs and started making a little contraption to put the villagers in that would allow me to convert them to zombies, and then back into villagers. This will make the trades super cheap, so I worked on that for the remainder of the day of 78. Day 79 was back to the villager trading hall, expanding it down a bit and trying to make it look a little better. Once I had that built, it was time to add the zombie, so I made a little hole to the area that I built, and then dragged a zombie down there. Luckily, it just was able to follow me, so it wasn't bad at all. Then I went ahead and name tagged this guy so he would stay there. So yeah, this guy was going to be the permanent zombie fire. In day 80, I tried zombifying my first villager, accidentally letting it out in the process. And then I ran around for a bit to try to get it back in the stall without it killing me or me killing it. Eventually, it turned back into a villager, and I spent the rest of the night prepping to get more of these villagers into the stall. In day 81, I realized villagers were escaping, so I had to add some more decoration and railing around the upstairs here. Brewing more potions and zombifying more villagers was mostly what I did this day. Ramping this up will give me tons of emeralds for gear and more levels. This does involve a lot of waiting around though. In day 82, I kept seeing cats around the upstairs, so I went and collected some fish to tame a cat. And dragged some of these beehives while I was out and about, since I have Silk Touch now. I've never messed with bees, but they are a great alternative to slime chunks. I started doing some trading and racking up levels. Rinse and repeat for day 83, farming more items, trading, and this time I was out of a spider eye for weakness potions, so I did some parkour to collect some spider eyes. And I made some of those weakness potions, and then it was back to the waiting game. Day 84, trading, and more trading. This gave me levels to finish up my gear. I've got almost perfect gear now, and we've still got a few days before I want to take on the Ender Dragon. Going to do some research on how to beat this guy in case things go south. Day 85, 15 days left in the challenge, and it's time to take on the dragon. I got some potions ready and everything that I thought I would need, and I was ready to go, so I went to the end portal to take on the dragon. Let's hop into some live commentary.
Well, hello there, guys. This is the first time that I've been doing any type of live commentary. So far, it's all been post commentary. Oh my gosh. I'm very excited for this. Thank you guys for watching so far. I'm very nervous. Let's go ahead and do this. I think I got everything I need. So I made instant healing, as well as regen. I'm gonna want those side by side. And then I'm gonna, let's see, we might need a pickaxe, maybe not. I think that's everything we're going to need, and we're going to take a strength potion. This is going to last 8 minutes, so let's go ahead and take it. Clear up a spot on our hot bar for food. And I'm going to go ahead and eat a golden apple to get the bonus hearts. And let's do this. So everything has been leading up into this point. Let's do it. Let's hope we get a good spawn. I did not bring blocks with me. I did not bring blocks with me. If we are out on a floating island, I'm... No. Okay, I have ender pearls. Oh my gosh, I cannot... Oh my gosh, I cannot believe I didn't bring blocks with me. Oh my gosh, I am so stupid. That's okay, we're just gonna go ahead and collect some blocks here. We got a little bit of time. Don't look at any endermen. And we should be fine. I knew to bring ender pearls, because I was like, you know what, if I'm falling or something, ender pearls are gonna be really useful. If I'm falling off the island, if I'm up in the air. But I cannot believe I did not bring a stack of blocks with me. Man, that was so stupid. Anyway, it's fine. We got through that. And I've got an infinity bow. So we should be fine. If you notice, I'm kind of looking down here. It's because I am kind of scared of... There's no need to shoot it right now because it's just going to regenerate. Oh my gosh. An enderman can actually just kill me. Like, an enderman can 2 or 3 shot me at this point. And I didn't bring any bottles for a to get this dragon's breath, but I'm not really too concerned about that. It's okay. Dragon breath can be used for in the brewing station, right? So to make lingering potions, I don't really need that. Actually, lingering potions of regeneration might be something that we could make later. Let me place this somewhere where it'll have a lot of effect. Yep, that sounds good. And then we're going to pillar up. I think this one has a cage on top. We're going to eat an apple just for bonus 2 hearts. The bonus 2 hearts are like so valuable. We're going to be able to get that one. And then we just got 2 more. And I did choose to go up one of them that I didn't need to go up, but it's fine. We're going to be able to drop down. As long as the game doesn't glitch, we're fine. Alright, let's go to the next area. This one over here, we're going to go ahead and climb up and do the same type of dealio on here. No hearts lost so far. And there's not as many endermen here as I thought there would be. I think on multiplayer servers, there's a lot more endermen sometimes. Oh shoot, let's do that. Oh no. Please let me hit this. Okay, we got it from there. Alright. And then after this, it should be home free. No! Oh, man. Didn't even see that. Well, that's okay. That's why I'm eating the golden apples. I know this is kind of a waste of golden apples, but the extra 2 hearts are just too valuable. Until I get Totems of Undying, they are just so good. So... And you know what? I might go get a Totem of Undying soon. Maybe I should have done that earlier. It's okay, though. Let's climb up here. Oh, I left my water bucket over there. That's okay. I just got to keep ender pearls in case things get sketchy. Still got 2 bonus hearts. We can hit it from here, I think. Yep, we can. And then let's just go ahead and do this. Got bonus hearts, so we're fine. Oh, yeah. Look at us hitting this thing now. Now we got to be careful. Ender pearl. Alright, let's go! I'm too good. As long as we got ender pearls, we should be fine. Let me go pick up this water bucket just in case. This is fine. Perfect. Let's go and get some bonus hearts. We still got a strength potion. We're doing great here. No. Jeez, I'm accidentally right-clicking my ender pearls. Alright, cool. Got that guy taken care of. It is very easy to accidentally look at a enderman here. Don't want to play around here. That's fine. We do have Feather Falling 4, so even if I do fall from that, it's not the end of the world. Just unpleasant. Oh, that shot. Oh, one more. Oh, we got him. Let's go. Alright, that wasn't too bad. Oh, yeah. Let's get these levels. Do you have any gear I need to repair? This is the time to do it. There we go. Heck yeah. And I'm just going to leave the dragon egg there for now. We got an end portal over there that we can go through and get some shulker shells. And we still got about 15 days left on the series. So, yeah, we still got plenty of stuff to do. So, thank you, post commentary, JB. Come on back. Take it over.
Thanks, past me. It's time to keep going and see what progress we can make before day 100. I expanded the storage a little bit in day 86, 87 here. I'll call this day 86. And I needed some new areas for some new block categories. Then I made this little instant health station using a dispenser. I can use this to stock up on HP when I'm around the base. Time to do some enchanting while I've got the levels. I did some farming and some more trading. Day 87, I wanted to get 2 more Wither Skeleton Skulls so I could take on the Wither. I ran around the fortress collecting resources and killing skeletons all day, and I managed to get 1 more Wither Skeleton Skull. Still needed 1. Day 88, I worked on a brewing station. Using hoppers, I wanted to set up something that was simple and kind of automated so I could make instant health potions, and a lot of them. This is by no means fully automated, but if I set this up where I could feed in the items, I could make those potions. I was also able to get glistening melons from the villagers, so it was pretty free at this point. Man, look at all those potions. Day 89, back to the nether to get more blaze rods for blaze powder. No Wither Skeleton Skulls today, though. Day 90, I did some villager trading. Then I needed more resources. Gold and iron supplies were dangerously low, so I went caving. I picked up so many resources that I was throwing stuff out for other stuff. My cup runneth over. I also killed a ton of mobs. They deserved it. Day 91, it was back to mining and back to caving. Nothing super exciting, just grabbing more ore and smelting them away. Day 92, we got 8 more days left, and I didn't really feel like doing anything constructive this day. I started with some more farming and trading, getting emerald blocks for a beacon base. It was probably my best way to get it, so I traded with villagers whenever I got the chance. Then I just did some item storage management, like turning all of my copper into copper blocks. Day 93, I made a cartographer table and a cartographer and started trading for a woodland map. This also got me a ton of empty maps, so I ran around and filled them out at night and placed them on the wall so that we could see our base. Day 94, I started heading out to find the Woodland Mansion. This was a great way to get Totems of Undying, which would allow me to, well, resurrect from the dead, at least once. I made a boat and started heading out, checking the map every so often to see if I was getting closer. After about 1,000 blocks, I was able to see myself loading in on the map. So let's hop to live commentary as we get close here into day 95.
Hey guys, back to... Wait a minute, I'm gonna get sidetracked here. The problem is I don't have the inventory. We're gonna have to come back. So this is an azalea tree, which means there's some cool, like, design stuff under here that I can use for some landscaping, which is really exciting. So just mentally taking my chords there and recording it there. Also, I could cut down all of these trees and get so many resources, which is great. Anyway, we're going to be taking on this woodland mansion now, so we're back to the live commentary. I have never taken on a woodland mansion in survival by myself. I've done it with a few other people, but never by myself. So this is going to be very exciting. We don't really need this map anymore. I'm going to hold on to it, and let's put away a few items that we don't need while we're here. And actually, I'm going to make a chest here just so I can make sure that we get all of the important stuff that we need and don't have to worry about clogged up inventory. So let's go ahead. Okay, I think we're good to go. We're going to try to take on this thing. Oh, I didn't bring that many torches. Let me make some torches real quick. It's not really going to stop mobs from spawning during the day, obviously, but it's going to allow us to see where we've been and where we haven't been, which I think is going to be useful. So this place is going to have different type of the pillager mobs, like the Vindicators and the Vexes, and these guys hit stupidly hard, and I just realized I don't have a shield in my offhand. But what's great about these guys is, besides them dropping emeralds, which is pretty cool, is that they're going to give totems of undying. At least I think it's the rarer ones do, not the vexes, but the ones that spawn stuff. I can't remember their names. Anyway, they're going to give us a totem of undying. Oh, shoot, is there a guy in this room? And like the name suggests, if we get low enough to where we might die, it's going to save us from dying, which is awesome. I think some of these chests actually might have stuff. We're going to come back here. I'll come back here another day and grab all of this loot. Sweet, sweet loot. Really, my goal right now is just to clear out this place. It's my only real goal. Light it up. But there's another type too. I think there's actually even gold or lapis in the heads of these things. So there's some blocks we can get. Let's see, over here we got a pumpkin farm, and I think these rooms are randomly generated. Oh! No! Gosh, I need to be a little more careful. Like, one of these Vindicators with... Jeez. One of these Vindicators could possibly, like, two or three shot me, so I need to be pretty careful. And I think I want to try to save one of them as well, because you can actually use them for farming. No! No, no, no! I think you can use them for farming too. Like, if you name one of them Johnny, you know, it's like a Shining reference. Shining's a great movie, great horror film. They will kill, like, any mob. Evoker. Evoker is the name. Oh, nope. Y'all can stand there. Evokers are the ones I think that drop things. But if we don't leave an evoker, or not an evoker, a vindicator, it's fine, because honestly these guys are so dangerous that I would rather stay alive than die trying to... Oh, another... Whoa! Heck yeah. Diamond hoe in there too. So, like I said, we'll definitely come back. I think that's all for the ground floor. I think there's 3 floors in total. There might only be 2. So let's go ahead and head up to the next floor. And see what we got to find up in here. Don't really want to deal with this guy. Yeah, I've sharpness 5 on, like, all of my gear at this point. You know, on my sword, so... Luckily, these... Huh. Pretty cool. Luckily, these places aren't too difficult to take out. Oh! Those I'm scared of. Okay, these are the Vexes and the Evokers. Sorry if you guys couldn't really see what was happening, but there's a guy in here that's spawning... He basically is like a mage, and he's spawning Vexes, little ghosts. That's one of them. We're going to try to kill him from a distance. I think I did it. And he drops a Totem of Undying. Awesome! We got one. And then these little suckers can hurt, but they will despawn after a few minutes. So I think I'm just going to choose to ignore them. These things are randomly generated every time, and they have a specific number of different types of rooms. Alright, I think I found a secret room, or is there an opening off to the side, maybe? Yeah, I think there's like a secret-ish room here. This goes up to the 3rd floor. Oh. Well, this is one that we can trap here, anyway. Yeah, you're gonna stay there for a very long time, brother. Alright. It's getting dark. Let's head up to the next room. This is the 3rd floor. I still haven't finished the 2nd floor, by the way. Just hopping in here. We got a kitty cat in here. Don't be a creeper around this corner. Skeleton. At least we can 2-shot those. Not too bad. It would be great to get one more Totem of Undying, actually. So hopefully there's another evoker in here. This is where the usual evokers usually are, is like this. Ow. They're usually like in this war chamber room. Yep, there's one. I don't think looting matters, but I'm gonna go to looting just in case. Another totem. Oh, oh no, 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 no. Instant health. Instant health. Alright, we're doing fine. Again, those guys are going to despawn. They are just kind of annoying. I could always use a boat, make a boat, and they do like default to going in boats, which is kind of cool. Alright, let's just do a regen potion. Oh, this is really bad. No! And I had the Totems of Undying. Oh, man. 96 days in Ultra Hardcore. Well, you know, my main goal is to defeat the Ender Dragon. We did that. And, well, I can't do anything now. It's just, can I see anything? But man, just the Vindicators, that was so unlucky, right? Getting into this room, there being a Creeper and 4 Vindicators in the same, like, room to 2 rooms tracking me. Man, the only way I could have played that better is just, like, taking it so much slower, right? And just doing like a room at a time and blocking off areas to deal with the Vindicators. Because by the time I got in the room and realized that like it was bad and that there were 2 in there and my hotbar was, you know, and I didn't have stuff on my hotbar in the order that I wanted to have stuff, it was too late. It was too late, and there was nothing I could really do about it. Man, that's so brutal. Anyway, guys, thank you so much for watching this video. Obviously, there won't be a continuation of this specific series. Being Ultra Hardcore, the game's over. But if you want to see more Minecraft content on here, make sure you subscribe and leave a thumbs up, and maybe I'll try it again, and we can see how far we can get. Maybe try to do more faster, or maybe the trick is to do it slower. You know, I was trying to take everything slow and make sure that I had thought everything through, but I think that just non-experience of having the, just not having the experience of doing a mansion before and not knowing that they would be that brutal of the spawning in that upper room just completely wrecked me. I let my guard down for 10 seconds and that's all it takes. But yeah, it was a fun video. Thank you guys for watching. I'll catch you guys in the next one, and stay tuned for more stuff here on the channel. Thanks, guys.